YSC to my Johnson, nigga, nah, for real.
Yeah,
You hear me?
he hold on to the fucking stop sign.
My mama, nigga. Hey, you wanna lie? Hey. Oh, shit! It's live.
Jakeem Baser, 17, grew up on Paxton Street of Philly alongside Terry Saint, Romel Foster, and a couple other people in a group called YSC, short for Young Sack Chasers, an unshakable bond since childhood. With his father incarcerated and his mother working long hours, Jakeem often found refuge at Romel's grandparents' house. After Romel's brother's tragic death, he tried to steer his friend away from the streets, but as Romel drifted deeper, Jakeem found himself torn between loyalty, survival, and his own demons. After a series of situations, Romel unfortunately dies of a shooting and loses his life as well, which causes Jakeem to go on a very long hunt for blood. Jakeem, as of right now, has confirmed himself to have had 5 murders and has yet to stop. Wilson Jones, born July 26, 2006, grew up in Arch Homes. Raised around the life of crime, as he grew up to his older ages, he would adapt to this life, flipping petty amounts of drugs, trying to start off his life and provide for his elders. Wilson got his nickname from the block, so most of his family and also members from The Crew call him it, but growing up around the hustle made him love it. He grew up loving the game and everything about it. He would also start getting put on by his childhood best friend, Nudie. As beef grew big between Paxton Street and Arch Homes, so did the murder rate.
Looking to throw on 2nd and 8. Pressure. And this time Horse going to be taken down. Forrest. Equal. There. More on Jalen. He's called it the driving force, Kevin.
Wilson was found unresponsive outside of Arch Homes, near the playground set. The male was reported to be shot several times by a 9mm firearm. The male was rushed to the nearest hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Claims online say this was retaliation for a male that went by Romel, whom resided on Paxton. Taekwon Strike Saint would be an 18-year-old from Washington, D.C., who would move to Philly after being wanted for a homicide. He would be a felon if he had been caught and have 5 charges: attempted murder, assault with a deadly weapon, murder, possession of an unregistered firearm. He would move with his grandmother and grandfather along with his twin brother, Leo Saint. They would roam the streets of Philadelphia and try to make fast money. While that life made Taekwon thrive, it also cut his life short after a failed murder mission. Around 3:46 a.m., PPD would respond to multiple calls of gunfire around Paxton Street. Fire responders would find 2 men suffering from multiple GSWs. Witnesses would tell law enforcement that a black Crown Vic would circle the neighborhood multiple times before stopping in the middle of road. They would then go on to say that 2 armed gunmen would exit the vehicle and begin shooting at a group of men on the sidewalk. The men on the sidewalk would brandish guns of their own and return fire. A small shootout would ensue before PPD would arrive. The victims, now identified as Taekwon Saint, would be pronounced DOA after being rushed to a local hospital. Witnesses would report the Crown Vic speeding away, alluding to a 3rd suspect in the drive-by gone wrong. Another suspect was shot and killed with a firearm upon his possession. Reports say this victim fired shots towards people upon Paxton, whom then returned fire, taking the male's life. The male was then rushed to the hospital, where he was also pronounced dead on arrival. Online sources say this victim passed away trying to retaliate for the death of his lost friend, Taekwon Saint. Nakori Akai, a 17-year-old from Chicago, moved to Philadelphia with his two sisters, Naomi and Nailani, after their father was killed in gun violence. Unlike his sisters, Nakori suffered abuse from his father, making him feel unworthy and pushing him into the streets. He started selling at 13 and became well-known, loved, and feared in Chicago. Wanting a fresh start in Philly, he attempted to return to school but struggled academically and eventually stopped attending. He became attached to the street life again, which would soon be the biggest mistake, causing him his life. Reports say a male victim was outside a home downtown alongside another male, where he was later shot and killed around midnight. The victim was found with several gunshot wounds to the head and upper body. He was quickly rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Although much is unknown about T.J. Turner's life, it was well known that he was affiliated with 44 Zombieland, a gang known to have huge problems with YSC. As their beef began to escalate more and more over the time, TJ fell victim to the war and lost his life just outside his home. TJ was shot and killed outside a porch near downtown Philly. The male was seen on CCTV leaving out of a home before several shots were fired, leaving him dead on the scene. The male was rushed to the nearest hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. As you've seen here, Jakeem Basir, better known as Lil Ja, is a menace and an enemy's nightmare. There is still much to uncover about this rapper's life and career, and we hope to see an end to this violence soon. The rapper would later release a music video taking shots at his opposition and rising in his rap career.
When we been in this corner, I passed bro the whop and I told him keep flicking. Hit one, I think that he lipping. We bet like that cotton, we shoot till it's clicking. Hit three, we finish the mission. We up on the score, but I know they keep dizzing. Roll up, we smoke on the members. We don't pay no mind cause we know that they bitches. Cash flow, you know that it's heavy. She want her a trick, but I move like I'm broke. Move snuggle, stay on my body while I'm feeling icy cause my wrist on froze. Gen 3, stay in my jeans so when I get to clutching, don't think it's a joke. Better pray I'm not out with the troopers cause if it get crazy, I swear it's no hope. Hop out the V with a 223 and the ops outside, it's a special occasion. Keep it watch while bro work on the door and he wearing his gloves so the feds don't trace him. Running in there, we taking they juice and we right on time so you know that we paid. Throw some bands in the bag, it's a watch on the desk and we up 40K, a successful invasion.